Hello. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know how I got in here twice. All right. I don't know how I did that. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. I'm over here messing up. Hold up. You. Thank you, Simone. I'm just going to, y'all can't even hear me. Thank you guys for joining us on another round. You know, this is a place of chaos and madness, and we love to have fun. So I'm glad you guys are tuning in with us again today. We are here with a segment called Preparing for Love, and we're going to have some special guests today talk about their journeys on preparing themselves to even be ready to go on, ready to love. So I want to bring on here, we got Fernando. Hello, hello. And we got Simone. Hello,
Hey.
sis. We'll probably have some more people coming in a little bit later and whatnot. So once to get started, I hope that clip everybody was able to hear that clip. I'm still trying to get on Kojo's level and be on the back and forth, but I ain't there yet. But I wanted to use that clip a little bit because she made a good point, which has been a topic for this last couple of weeks for me, as far as self-love and loving yourself. And I look at it like that should be like the first person that you ever fall in love with. And I'm coming to find out that we as a community seem to struggle with that. We love everything and everybody else besides ourselves. And so what better way to start preparing for love than start with ourselves and whatnot. So I brought you guys on today just to have some experiences from you guys on how you got your process to, be comfortable with who you are, to even present yourself to us, the world. So with that said, how are you guys feeling today?
Good, nice and relaxed. I'm dressed as Fitness Barbie, y'all, because I'm going to a workout class after this.
You want to name what that workout class is?
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to a dick writing class. So I'm super excited. Someone sent me one of my podcast, our viewers, our podcast that my boyfriend and I, Rashid, have is called Ages and Stages. They sent it to me because, I'll try anything and I'm very outgoing and I hate working out. So they were like, oh, maybe you'll like this class. So and I love to support Black businesses. And it's a queen, a sister from Maryland she travels around America and does a dick writing fitness class. So I got my knee pads on actually. It starts shortly after this interview, and I got my headband and I got my pillow. And me and my girlfriends are going to meet up, and we're just going to improve our skill sets.
I'm trying to see what other accessories you need to guard yourself.
That's all I know about anything. And I stretched. I've been stretching. So if it requires anything else, I'm not subscribing to that.
Well, look, I think that's very important. If you're going to be riding anything, is to stretch first. You don't want to pull a hammy.
Exactly. How you doing, Fernando?
I'm doing good, ladies. I'm doing good. I'm loving life right now. Can't complain at all. Just got back from Brazil on Tuesday, so I'm definitely
wonderful. Did you meet anybody there? Did you fall in love with a little Brazilian?
Unfortunately, I did not. I met some very cool people, had some great experiences, saw some great views, but no ladies to take home. I left the sand out there in Brazil.
They're lost.
Well, you go back and visit it.
Oh yeah, definitely gotta go back. It's amazing. Brazil was amazing. Carnival season and everything. Definitely a good time to go.
Good deal. And I brought our master of questions, Corey Black from Black Made Media. I see you and Fernando got the memo on bald heads and red shirts today. I didn't. Yes. I got the red, but I didn't know I was supposed to go bald.
You know better than me.
It's just my hair is just really low, so just.
Oh, okay. Post of all. Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Corey?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Good.
Good here.
So, question. We'll start off with this one. We'll go ladies first. Simone, when was the first time you realized that you fell in love with yourself?
You know what? I've always been in love with me. And I think it comes from the way I was raised. So I grew up, and my mother and grandmother, her mom had the philosophy that when you are raising young Black girls, it is essential that you give us 5 times the confidence that you would instill in any other child, particularly like a little white girl if you had one, because we get so much thrown at us in life. And life is going to chop you down, chop you down, chop you down. So I remember when I was growing up, I remember there was a time, like I was maybe 16, and I said to my mom, you know, I've always been good at everything I did, everything I've tried. First time I took a dance class, first time I took a tumbling class, I was excellent. And my mother goes, and you know, when I was 16, I was like, I became a jerk, you know, a teenage jerk, right? And my mother said, no, you weren't. We lied to you. I lied to you and told you you were great at everything because I wanted you to have that confidence. I wanted you to persevere. And eventually you kept doing things. You kept doing dancing. You did get good at things. But so I was like, wait a minute. But so I've always had a lot of confidence. I've always loved myself generally. But I have to say it progressed into grown woman mode when I got to the phase with respect to dating. And I would say this was in my late 20s, early 30s. When I realized, hey, something's wrong with everybody. That, you know, there's going to be something everyone can work on. But I got myself to a point where I felt like even the things that weren't perfect about me, they were reasonable. They were workable. It was something, if I presented it to a guy, he'd still feel like, wow, I have an excellent catch here, because they're either things that I'm presently working on, or in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal.
Definitely like that. I'm gonna put a pin on that presently working on topic right there, because you know we like to keep those things going. Mm-hmm. So Fernando, how about you? When did you realize?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Growing up, I had a hard time. I was kind of considered the ugly duckling. I was always called like African booty scratcher and stuff like that. And you had to learn either to, you know, accept it or, you know, fight back. And I never let it hold me down. I know people talk about in movies and shows about when people are bullied and they would run home and cry to their parents, but that was never me. Like, if you're gonna joke me, I'm gonna joke you back. So I learned how to like roast and kind of stand up for myself. And I started building my confidence. So I was able to, you know, present myself and stand up for myself. And then my dad, he always spoke to me about, you know, him being a Marine. He always said, make sure that you walk into a room with your head held high. You know, no matter who was in there, no matter who you're talking to, you know, you represent yourself, you have self-respect, and you keep your head up, because, you know, no one can talk down on you because of that. From there, by the time I was in my 20s, my looks got a little better. I actually cut my hair when I was 24. My hairline started receding, and I was like, man, like, I just started looking good, had my dreads looking all nice, and I cut my dreads off now, and I gotta be bald-headed. And how I'm gonna look with a bald head, like, this is not me. I've had long hair my whole life growing up, even as a little kid. So as an adult, I cut my hair, I grew the bald head, and ladies loved it. And they were just like, they was rub it. So it's like rubbing my head. I was like, oh, all right, I'm doing something right. I'm doing something good. And then, you know, over time, even like a lady from my church, she was like, when I was in my 20s, she was like, Fernando, I want to tell you something. Growing up, you was a ugly something. But right now, boy. So when she said that, I was like, oh, yeah, I made it. I did right. Okay, I'm good. I'm good now.
Now that's a little interesting, because I have like a completely opposite spectrum going on with you and Simone. And it's just like, you know, Simone got overconfidence from her outside influences, and you had kind of got the opposite reaction until a little later on in your life. That is real interesting. And you know, I was going to say that's the thing where self-love seems to fall off, because we're usually getting our love from outside forces, especially early in life. And it doesn't click until something happens later on. Simone's changing point was when she got into relationships and started saying, oh, there's everything wrong with everybody. And yours is kind of the same, where you get into a relationship with somebody, not per se a relationship, but they're making it seem like, oh, I see you now. Okay. And so it starts to draw that attention to, let me look at myself and see what they're seeing or not.
And
Corey,
Jay, I have to add, now that you mentioned that, when you start talking about the outside forces, I mean, I definitely know it with respect to self-confidence. I started like miles ahead, right? I had a lot of advantages because I was growing up a child in the 80s and the 90s when all it took to be cute was to be light-skinned with long hair. You know what I'm saying? So even the ugly girls, if you were light-skinned, you had long hair, somebody wanted to talk to you. You could be a jerk, you could be rude, but you were considered cute. So, you know, of course, so that alone, you know, it was like I was the baseline for a cute Black girl. So listening to what you're talking about, Fernando, I definitely understand. And I can, I've heard multiple stories from my brown skin homegirls who had experiences similar to yours.
It's definitely like an uphill battle at times, you know. I try not to use being dark skinned as a way to, as a hurdle, but it can be at times, especially being a bigger Black man as myself, being 6'2", 250. Sometimes I'm intimidating to people. And I have to like really let them know, like, hey, despite my color, they really get to know me. I'm definitely a soft teddy bear and I'm a good guy. But just see past the looks first.
Well, when you look at your Instagram page, we see it. The fun. You're a fun guy for sure.
Life all day.
I'm gonna let these two on real quick because it looked like I got two of them at the same time, and then we're gonna get Corey's. If you got any experience or questions you want to ask Corey, hold on real quick. Tyrone, see Tyrone and Courtney, so that means it must be a duel.
Oh my God.
Can I smoke my hookah? I have hookah. I
don't Go ahead, darling. Go ahead. We know you got to run.
I'll let my stuff up.
Hey, Tyrone, too. But Courtney, I can't wait to see you later this month.
Houston, 3 weeks.
Yes. Girl, I got so much planned for us. They're coming to visit me in Houston, y'all. I can't wait.
We all need to come. No. Hey, Tyrone. Hey, Courtney. So we were just discussing, when did you first discover love for yourself? You guys got any chime in? Anything you want to say on it?
I
think we're having a little time. We got to fix these technical things.
Okay. We'll let you fix your technical difficulties. Go back.
Yeah, we're going to mute really quick.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, connect to the Wi-Fi.
Let me mute y'all real quick because y'all didn't even mute. Hold on. Okay, it won't even let me mute y'all. I'm going to take you down for a second. All right. There we go. Anyways, Corey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I would say for me, it's very similar to what Fernando was saying. Back in the day, man, being chocolate, being dark skinned, that was a hurdle. That was really a hurdle. And it's welcoming now to feel that, more and more women are starting to gravitate more towards dark skinned men. That's a good thing, especially being different from back then. But what I will say is that in high school, I believe it was my junior year in high school. Up until that point, my confidence was pretty low. But my junior year, I got a girlfriend. My girlfriend was a sophomore in college. So I thought I was big stuff at that time. You know what I mean? As illegal as that probably was to be doing that, it was a kind of like a sneak peek of what was to come. So when I went to college, it really started coming my way. But growing up, adolescence at a young age, my mom would always tell me, hey, Corey, you're a handsome guy. You're chocolate. Don't let anyone tell you about your dark skin. She's dark skin as well. And I would say the immature side of me going through all of that was I was at a point one time, I was like at a breaking point where I was like, I really didn't want my children to be dark skinned because I didn't want them to go through all the ridicule, all the the trash talking and stuff like that. And that's embarrassing to say now, but like I said, I was at an immature point. I was really young when I was saying that. So of course now my mind has changed and shifted from that. And I'll be able to, talk to my daughter, talk to my kids about, anything that I've gone through and be able to kind of shelter them a little bit and let them know, the same thing my mom told me, that you're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That you're handsome, for my kids, my future kids. So I think that was really important for me to go through that. And I think it really helped me because once I caught my my wave, I would say, in college, I felt really, really good about myself. And it's amazing how when you're young, that feeling of self-worth or feeling that you're comfortable within your own skin sometimes does come from outside sources, because that's what validates you at that young age. You know, older as adults, maybe not so much. It shouldn't be that, but sometimes it is for certain people. But for me, I think when you're a young man trying to find your way, young woman trying to find your way, those people outside, how they look at you can really confirm how you feel about yourself. And again, that's just something I feel like you just have to grow through when you're a kid growing up. But I think it's something that's valid. That's it. You muted, Jay.
Keep doing this to myself. I'm gonna put a pin on a little bit on with something you mentioned too, because you know, colorism does play a factor in all of our lives. I know we're different shades up here, and though we are Black, we experience life differently because the colors or whatnot. Because like I told you guys in my chat, the people in the chat might have heard it before. I grew up a little bit opposite of Simone, where my parents used to be like, you need to go outside and sit in the sun a little bit, get a little bit more color on you, which is surprising, you know, growing up. But we come in different shades. And I was just like, you guys was what? I needed more color. So it put a complex in me where I would look at my sisters and be like, oh my God, they're so beautiful because they're chocolate. You know what I'm saying? So it put a different type of complex in me, because I was the lightest of my family at the time. So yeah, it's a lot.
That's so interesting. I was recently I was babysitting for a friend, and she had 2 little girls, and I had overheard the little girls comparing they were comparing their complexion to mine, and they were like, "Oh, we're browner than you." And from the context, it was almost like they might have been saying it from a negative. And I said, "Do you know why?" And they go, "No, why?" I said, "Because God gave you more kisses." I said, He gave you all the kisses. I said, "But here's the thing. It's our secret. So you can't make the girls that look like me, you can't make them feel bad about it. God might take away your extra kisses, you know, but so that's your secret. God gave you all the kisses." And then I heard them playing in their room, and they were like, "God gave me all the kisses. God gave me more kisses. It made my day." So when my friend came pick him up, I was like, "She's my complexion." I said, "Oh, by the way, I told you daughter, da. So if you overhear them talking about God gave them more kisses than you," and she was like, "That's fine."
That's cute. I love it. Hey, Courtney, and hey, Tyrone. Now, are y'all saying anything? Now we can't hear you. It's not mute. I don't think I have you.
Yeah, you're not on mute on our side.
No, okay, you're not muted.
What is time?
I can hear you now. All right. We hear you now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Courtney's phone be doing whatever it wants.
Are we on Courtney's phone? Oh, geez. You muted. I can't hear you again.
You can hear it now?
Courtney, if you have earbuds.
Yeah.
No, it's because the volume's on the side. That's better, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Now we hear you.
Okay, the volume is at the bottom. Okay, we're
All
good.
right.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. We're gonna have a discussion loving our cell phone, loving technology next.
Period.
Hey, okay. So we were just asking the question and going around sharing, when was the first time that you fell in love with yourself, if you can recall?
No, you go first.
I'd say like at a young age, maybe high school, maybe. Like I was pretty confident in myself, you know, for the longest time that I can remember. So definitely high school when I realized like you know, what I can accomplish. So I was pretty popular in high school. Track, football. I was a class officer in high school. I guess you could call it one of the jocks, I guess. So I didn't really have a problem with that. I mean, there was doubt how do I explain it? Like there's doubt in whether people loved me, but I feel like I've loved myself for quite some time. Go ahead. Because we heard the question earlier, and we both answered the question, but then we had the technical difficulties.
So y'all answered it to each other.
When did I first love myself?
That's a good question too.
That is a good question. I'd say probably college. Probably college is when I really felt like I loved myself. When I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I felt like self-love at the time was like physical based, you know, like you love yourself because you are attractive in a physical way. Like, okay, you have muscles or you have, you know, boobs or ass. I was like, okay, now I love myself because I look good. But I felt like that love was only because it was coming from other people. Other people loved you because of the way you looked. And it wasn't until college that I would say I really felt self-love. And I can't even think of an actual occurrence that happened that made me feel like that. But it was just like, that's when I really realized like, okay, self-love is like beyond physical appearance. You know, it's very interior. You know, you have to be able to just like really look in the mirror and be like, okay, I'm a bomb ass bitch. So there's that.
Listen, I understand that. I think in high school I was on that. My body came in from basketball and I thought I was the ish walking around the school, okay?
Girl, I'm trying to tell you.
Corey, you got any questions? I know you stay thinking over there with something.
Yeah, nothing coming to mind right now.
Oh, wow. Surprise. Wow. It's not after dark for you, huh?
No, give me a second. I got you.
So was there, okay, we'll do this. Was there ever a time where somebody broke that confidence for you and you had to just really dig down deep and get it back for yourself? Have you ever been into a relationship or a situation where somebody just like totally tore you down from that confidence you built up? Anybody can
myself, I was dating a young lady who I felt like was out of my league back in college, junior year. She was tall, beautiful, model type. And once I pulled her, I felt like I finally made it. You know, I'm doing something right because I got her. And within about maybe 6-7 months, she kind of just no call, no show, just stopped talking. And it kind of messed me up because it was like, damn, like, you know, what did I do? And then I see what a light skinned dude, and I'm just like, oh, of course, you know, she light skinned. You know, she gave me a chance, but they should go back to the light skinned guy, the same dude she was with before me. And it kind of really messed me up. And I actually like wrote a poem about it and stuff, and kind of like got my feelings out. And I said something like, light skins get all the attention, got to play MVP to get an honorable mention. And just like, you know, being dark skinned, you gotta work a little bit harder to kind of, you know, hold them. You know what I mean? Just, it ain't enough, you know, just being yourself. You gotta be extra. I felt like you had to be extra when you're dark skinned. But that was just me being insecure at the time and just not being confident in myself. And I had to see past that. It wasn't about my complexion. It was just, we didn't work out. And that's just what it was.
Do you think it may have been your confidence that made her lose interest as opposed to?
So we rekindled actually once I got on the show. You know, my name got out there again, and she was like, Fernando. And she told me like she never felt that way about me. But it's funny, I met somebody after her, and she became friends with the girl that I met. And so she was like, who you dating? This guy named Fernando. She was like, oh no, Fernando. And she was like, oh, you do? Got the names, and they're like, oh, he told me about you. He said that you built his confidence up. You know, when he was dating you, you know, he had lower confidence, but then being with you, he just felt so inspired. And it made her feel good because she had no idea that she had that impact on me. It shouldn't be based on physical beauty. That's not really fair, but it really meant a lot to me being with somebody as beautiful as herself. It built confidence within me.
Wait, did y'all, can I ask you a question? Did y'all reconcile? Did you like,
did you hit?
I'm gonna go visit.
I was trying to say, because they always people always come back around when they see you on a different level. That's always how it works. When they see you shining, that's when people come back around, hit you with the hey big head. Hey, stranger.
It's a lot
Like,
of
okay,
those.
I know you see me shining. I know. I'm over here. Look at me. That's how it always be. So
Don't
I'm
fall
glad
for it.
y'all are still
Don't
good
fall for it.
friends.
It ain't nothing but the devil trying to bring you back down. Don't fall for it. No.
They all get a chance now. They all get a chance. There's been plenty of DMs, but only chosen few actually get selected.
Amen. Amen. I'm not mad at that. Anybody else had a moment where their confidence was on another level and it kind of got broken down?
Yeah, I got a story. I had a
We know you
I had
got
an
a
ex.
Period.
So I had an ex maybe I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. We were living together. Beautiful girl. Everything started off really, really good. But things just started to go really bad towards the end. She was disabled, so she did have a disability. She had MS. So towards the end, it really started to affect her, and it led to us getting into a lot of arguments, mainly because she would just go off on me. And she started to really say some really hurtful things like, I'm the beautiful one in this relationship. You aren't universally attractive like I am. And I had to think, is it her? Is it the disability? But even to this day, like those things still stick with me. And it was to a point to where I was like, damn, like, was I living in this dream world to where, I thought I was the ish, and now she's really telling me the truth. She lives with me every day. She sees me every day. So there was a time where, I started to believe that. So yeah, it took a little bit to recover from that. So yeah.
Do you feel like she was like projecting her own insecurities on you?
Yeah, we talked about that. I think so. Because, she went from this beautiful girl, athlete, to not even having the ability to stand in line at the ATM. So, if I'm coming home a minute late, there was an issue. If I don't go home for lunch, it's an issue. And I was doing everything because she couldn't cook, clean, hair, nails, all that stuff. So it really, really broke me down to because I was putting in so much, I wasn't going out. It was almost like I was in a marriage. So just to have it end like that, it broke me for a little bit.
She was definitely projecting her own insecurities. I think she lacked confidence. So, she definitely took everything that she felt like she was missing and tried to beat you down to make you feel how she was feeling. That's really that's really what I think about.
That's what it was, Courtney. Yeah. She lost her self-confidence.
I definitely it's never worked, but I've definitely had men try. So try to like lower my self-esteem and so forth. Cause I think their concern was like, oh, she's so confident. She's going to leave me for someone else who has their stuff more together. And I've never been a cheater. I'll dump you first. I'll just dump you and go with somebody else. Like I had a boyfriend in college. He was subpar. And I remember someone else asked me for my phone number. And I said, listen, I'll take it, but I'm not going to call you now. I'm going to break up with him in 60 to 90 days and I'll give you a call then. Because I was staying at his house and I needed a place to stay first.
The time frame.
Yeah. But I said, when I call you, you know why? Just you got to wait for a clean break. I'm going to treat other people the way I want to be treated. But with this one particular guy, he definitely tried to lower my self-esteem. He'd always have some critique of me. And so what I did is I said, so then I just started trying to break up with myself. I said, you know what? You're right. You're right. All of these things are wrong with me. I'm going to dump me. So I'm on behalf of you, I'm just going to go ahead and dump me. He said, well, what are you talking about? You can't do that. And I was like, yes, I can't make you happy. All these things you want to change in me. I think it would be better for you to just go find someone who has all of this together already. You want someone who's going to cook and clean, who's going to make six figures, but come home and wash your dirty laundry. You want someone who doesn't care about your erectile dysfunction or your bad credit and all of these things. I think that I'm just going to dump me. Once I started offering to dump me, all of a sudden he would shut up. Go figure.
That's how it is, though. One of my favorite things that I always tell my girlfriends when it comes to situations like that, especially in friendships and relationships, I always tell them, never dim your light to let someone else shine. Because when you start withholding yourself and who you really are to accommodate other people's feelings or insecurities or whatever the case is, you're really not being true to yourself. And that's the most important thing you have to do at the end of the day. Like, I'm never, like, sometimes it might come across as being a little cocky sometimes when I'm just like having a good time, or just, you know, I walk into the room and it's attention, or she's a vibe, she's got great energy. Like, again, I don't want to dim that, because it took me a long time to find that. So why should I dim that to make you feel comfortable? You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. I had an experience. Sorry, go ahead, Corey. I'll let you go.
No, I was going to say, much like Simone, I've had situations where people will try to knock me down, but it just maybe it's look a little stumble or whatever. But I still stayed upright. But I was talking about this with some friends the other day about the fact that no one wants to be in a relationship with someone who does not find them attractive. And I think we've all done it at one point or a time or another, where we've dated someone where we're like, they're not really my cup of tea, but great personality, let's see where it goes, type of situation. Well, I was in a relationship with a young lady who did come out and tell me that. She felt like it was okay to say that. She said, Corey, normally you're not my type. Normally I don't date dark-skinned guys, this, that, and the other. So at that point, once I found that out, that was a wrap for me. Because once I found out you're not physically attracted to me, it's something that still just lingers for me. And I can't really be everything that I need to be in this relationship, because I know it's still not going to be good enough for what you want. So I've had a situation like that come my way. And that's why I was like, it kind of stumped me a little bit, like, wow. But still, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. That's what I had to realize. No matter how attractive you may be, no matter how great your personality is, there still may be something about you that's not someone's cup of tea. That's something you have to really understand about yourself going into love.
Mm-hmm. Great point right there. You got to understand that you're not for everybody. And that's what loving yourself comes into play, though, because when you don't understand that, you sit in situations a lot longer than you're supposed to, and it takes up God's force to literally remove you from that. But by that time, you done went through so much trauma and turmoil that, you got to now do extra work on yourself to get back. Mm-hmm. And so that leads me to another question. I wanted to do one question first, especially to Fernando and Tyrone, about how did you guys work your way back into your confidence after those situations? Mm-hmm. And then I'll touch on another question.
I'll say, got a new chick, and that means had to replace her. Sometimes when you're down after a breakout, after a breakup, only thing you get out of that breakup is find somebody new. Invest your time, invest your energy in them. And that relationship lasted for 2 years. So it was something that I found that was better. So I learned from my previous mistakes, to build my confidence back up and enter a new relationship.
Yeah, for me, same thing, just getting out more. Luckily for me, I was here in DC, and it was right about the time, they had like back-to-back centennials here. And it was a great time to be alive here in DC. And then I started getting out more. Then I started figuring out, there's Howard Homecoming every year. There's a whole huge nightlife scene here. So just getting back in the game, repetition. I want to say repetition.
Repeating,
getting back, getting those shots up. You know what I mean? See a couple shots fall, you get your confidence back,
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys both mentioned that, because you guys went to getting back on the horse immediately. But what was the longest break? What was the longest break in between relationships that you ever had to take to rebuild yourself? I'll say for me, it was about a year and a half I took off from dating anybody. Like on a serious level. I might have played around with some folks, but on a serious level, it was about me. And I was just like, I am going to focus more so on me and not a relationship, because I get lost in the relationship of it. And so for you guys, what was your longest time to yourself? We'll go around. We'll start with Fernando, and then we'll go around.
Mine's a little different. my mom passed in April 1st, 2013. And at the time, I was moving into an apartment with a girl I was dating. And by my mom passing away, I had to move into my mom's house and raise my 17-year-old sister. So I had to put her through, junior prom, teach her how to drive, buy her first car, get into college, prom, graduation, all that kind of stuff. So basically, for about 2 years, I took off dating because my focus was her and getting her to college. So once she graduated and was got to American University in DC, went away to school, then I started dating again. For that time period, so I took time away from dating only because, like I said, I was focused on taking care of my little sister at the time.
Simone?
Ooh, man, even when I tried, they wouldn't let me. Man. Okay. Oh Lord, bless his heart. I hope he ain't watching. Like so I went to rehab for ADHD medicine. And so I try to use that, like after you do rehab, they tell you you're not supposed to date for at least 1 year. But so it wasn't a boyfriend, but it was a guy who thought he was my boyfriend. So even then I tried to use that to kind of get it together, to get. Girl, it wouldn't go away. It was the worst then because I had like I felt like I had a whole new life. I stopped wearing, I looked like a crackhead, girl. Before that, right? And even as a crackhead, I was attracting because I still had, I guess, a light and a kindness and spirit or whatever. So actually part of my challenge was having to make clear to gentlemen, like, I revamped my dating. I went from everybody was my boyfriend to, I would say I would make friends. So I would say, listen, I'm making friends. I'm not about to do it to you. So if you want to stick around, that's your business. We can go out, we can get to know each other and so forth. And that period was really good. But I'd have to say, I don't think I've ever had a time when I wasn't at least dating. And even when I was like, I'm not dating this person seriously, I had a period, dude brought me over he was like, oh, come to this cookout, introduces me to his granny as his girlfriend. I said, well, I wish she would have told me because I need to tell the 3 other men I'm also going out like this with.
Yes.
Somehow.
Simone, what?
There was a lot in there. We can delve into that on another day.
Simone was speed dating before Ready to Love. Ready to Love was nothing for her. She was on
that was light work.
Right. Like right before Ready to Love, I had 3 boyfriends that year. 3 of them. The fourth one, I finally got hit. The fourth guy who asked me, I said, listen, no, I'm not good at this apparently. Because y'all are only lasting one true probationary period. Your job usually 90 days. And then I get to the bottom of it and I'm like, you guys are nuts.
I'm surprised it wasn't you, Simone, that hit the Naya. Well, send me home because I got somebody already waiting on me.
I did it in my head. I said, I got Rashid's phone number. Okay, from this, I got his number. See you when you get home. And then I went home and I went to the beach with someone else who missed me. He missed me and we reconvened. I landed and I had a boyfriend. Again, he didn't last that probationary period. Come 90 days, he was like, no, I can't deal with someone who's been on TV. I was like, carry on. And then by that time, Rashid was ready. So I was like, it's fine. We good.
Oh, good.
That's why I can't believe Rashid has lasted. It's been a year since our first date. I can't believe you have made it through 4 probationary periods. Who knew?
Not the who's.
Simone is funny.
I love you, Simone. Rashid, do not crucify her for anything she says. You know your woman.
Yeah, if he was home, he would just be like shaking his head like, do you have to tell them all your business? I'm like, oh, I haven't even gotten into the good stuff yet.
Tyrone, how much time are you taking off to yourself?
I'd say it's been at least 2 or 3 years in between these relationships, and I don't get into another one until I finally say, like, I'm good here. Like every time I say I'm good being by myself, I don't want to be in no relationship. I'm gonna just be out doing my thing. Then I finally meet somebody, and I'm like, damn, maybe I should have said that a year and a half ago. But yeah, a couple years in between these relationships, like you need that, right? You need that, to regroup, get back in the gym. You know what I mean? Set a new plan.
I get back in the gym.
And get after it. Like it's like the
you let yourself
like the
go in the
off-season,
relationships, Tyrone.
Huh?
You let yourself go in the relationships. You just letting it go. Get back in the gym, huh?
Yep. There we go.
Tyrone gaining that comfortable weight over there.
Yeah.
You better cut it out.
Oh, he's gonna kick me off.
No, you guys are still on. You just kind of like delayed. Can you hear me?
I think that just kicked me off.
Just they having technical difficulties.
Can
you hear us, Court?
How do I do this?
Yeah, we hear you, Courtney.
I think she might be getting a call.
Why?
I'm gonna mute them. Okay.
Get a call.
Go ahead, Corey, because she might be getting a call because when she get a call, it does that to her phone.
Yep. For me, it's probably a few months, if that long. I've always been like the hopeless romantic type of guy. It's like I'm ready for the next relationship. And it's not so much that I want to move fast. It's just that I'm self-aware to know what went wrong in a relationship, understanding what went wrong in a relationship, and I can move on faster. I can process that faster. I'm not the type of guy who needs to wait, let it process. Let me think on it for a long period of time. Let me get a deeper understanding. No, sometimes it's just clear cut. The reason why it didn't work was because of X, Y, and Z. You understand that. You understand your faults, or you may understand their faults. You know how to work on it, do better, and then proceed forward. But I'm also the type of guy too that if I am dating, I'm very transparent really when it comes to my intentions. So if I'm dating multiple people, and if I'm in a scenario where I'm doing that, I'm very honest about what I'm doing. So if you want to know if I'm dating someone else, yes, I am. And I will continue to do that until we become monogamous. So that's my stance on it. So I'm very forward when it comes to that. So if I need a break, if I feel like it's something I need to process or whatever, then I'll do that as I'm dating, because I'm able to filter and see exactly if anything about me has changed as far as my wants and my needs, and I have to be in the field to do that. I can sit at home and say, well, you know what? I've been dating this type of girl the whole time. I need to change it up. I need to switch it up and see if someone else out there will be more likely to have longevity with me. And I can do that, but I won't know if that's going to actually work unless I actually get out there and date. So dating multiple people is a way for me to process through that part. But yeah, I'll do that. That's it.
Gotcha. Can you guys hear us, Courtney and Tyrone?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I had an incoming call. It kicked us off. I apologize.
No worries.
Technical difficulties.
We know they want you, girl. They seen you last night in that dress. We seen you.
Girl, I was outside last night. I'm telling you, y'all gonna see me acted up in 3 weeks in Houston with Simone. With two crazies? Oh Lord Jesus.
Show them what they missed out on, Leo. I ain't mad. Go ahead.
Wait, what was the question? How long do we wait before we date again?
Yeah, how long have you ever waited in between your relationships?
Maybe like a year and a half. I actually thoroughly, I love being in a relationship, but I love being single too. I know that doesn't make sense, but I love both, because when you're single, you get to like embrace yourself, figure yourself out, have fun. Like right now I'm single. So right now, I'm single and I'm loving it. Like I'm just out in DC, just having fun, meeting people. I mean, y'all know I'm a little DC socialite, so I'm on the scene, and Ty been tag teaming with me. So we outside, we enjoying it. But I love being in a relationship because, you get to just be with that one person. You don't have to be dealing with good morning texts or, just a bunch of stress. Like the dating stage is stressful, y'all. It's stressful. So maybe like a year and a half. I'm going to say year and a half. That's the longest. Besides that, I'm trying to get wifed, okay? If y'all don't see me outside this summer, it's because I'm wifed. When I'm in a relationship, I am inside the house, y'all. If y'all see me in the streets, y'all know I'm single. Don't ask me my relationship status, okay?
I heard that. Don't ask if you see her.
Period.
So, okay. So everybody's, a couple of years here, there, none at all. Um, during that time, during that time alone, or in between a couple, what is it that you learned about yourself that you are able to tolerate or don't want to tolerate from a relationship?
Mm.
We'll go back with
That's a good
Corey
question.
first, and we'll circle back.
Mm.
I'm first.
Yeah, we go with you first because you went last. Matter of fact, we go with you, and then we go back to Corey then, since you went last.
Okay. So what did I learn in the what did I learn during that break?
Mm-hmm.
I have a low tolerance for bullshit. Like I really, really do. And I think being an adult and going through the phases of life of just learning a lot about yourself, you realize what you are and aren't going to put up with. Like I'm very honest about a lot of things. I'm very transparent. So like I can't date somebody that's not like that. I can't date somebody that stresses me. I can't date somebody that's clocking me. I can't date somebody that's going through my phone. It's a lot of things that you realize you're like, man, I really put up with this in my 20s. Like, oh no, I'm moving different in my 30s now, child. I'm moving mad different. So, just learning not to put up with certain bullshit. Like you're just too old for that. You get to a point where it's like, no explanation needed. You're going to exit stage left. That's just me. I'm not giving you an explanation. I'm not going to, I understand communication is so important in a relationship, but there's certain things that it's just common sense. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to move like that. So, I'm quick to exit. Like if you come in, come correct. Okay. That's all. Tata, that's you.
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
Oh, wait, who's
that
next?
box continue? No, go ahead, Tyrone. Let that box continue.
Oh no, I would say what I learned is how to not waste time, not waste my time, not waste their time, be a lot more selective on who I'm going to settle down with, because that was important to me. And being older, like I'm running out of time. And then I actually, I had a daughter who's going to be 13, so things were a lot different for me now as a parent. Not having people around her, can't move how I used to move, right? Being free. That's a good word for it, right?
You in these streets with me. What are you talking about? We're outside.
Being free and just essentially just not wasting time. Understanding what my boundaries were and just putting the truth out there early, letting them figure out what they want to do from that. Yeah.
Listen, Tyrone's gonna meet you and he's gonna be like, what's your ring size? Tyrone is so direct. He's trying to get to the point. He said, look, I'm in my 40s now. Time is running out. What is your ring size? What is your credit? Like, ties to the point. Y'all, you saw yourself on the episode up there choosing somebody early. Oh, crazy ass.
Apparently, that's a good thing now.
No, you was choosing somebody on episode 1. Like, oh, I'm in love.
I do worry
like,
about Tyrone. Tyrone, will you please just do me this honor?
Mm-hmm.
The next time you meet somebody, you think she's the one, just give me her first, last name, and date of birth so I could just run a quick little check. I'll make you this promise. If I don't see anything of concern, you'll never hear back from me. But if I do, I'm going to call you. We're going to talk about it, okay? All right, sweetie?
Okay, got you.
Tax liens, all of this, okay?
You a real one, Simone. You a real one. You a real one. We love you for that.
That's right. That's right. Keep your friends.
A lover. You're a lover. You deserve a wonderful woman. Because I could see, Tyrone, with you, I could see a woman pretending to be everything that you want because you are so transparent, pretending to be those things, reeling you in, getting that ring, and going buck freaking wild, acting a damn fool.
Listen, you gonna slow down after this last one. I know that. You have to slow down because the way you've been picking, your choices ain't all the way there, fam.
Listen,
Simone, I'm gonna call
Tyrone,
you after this.
You got all your sisters around you right now, so you go ahead and let them vet them all out for you. Send them to your sisters.
Oh, child.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Tyrone, we'll move on. Corey.
Yeah. So mine is very similar to what Tyrone was saying. What I learned was that learning what's worth fighting for, what's not worth fighting for. And I think a lot of maturity comes with that. And much like what Simone was saying, people show their representatives pretty early. You see what they're doing, and sometimes you'll go along with it for a while, but then it's a certain period in a relationship where I start paying closer attention to everything that's going on, and at that point I can determine if I was getting that representative or if I was getting that true person. So for me, it's at that point I'll know if this is worth fighting for versus I should just let this go. And I think that's the biggest part of me growing and me maturing when it comes to relationships, because time is precious. We don't want to waste it on the wrong people. You're on mute, Jay.
Damn it, I can't be great today. Attorney Simone Redwine, how about yourself?
Actually, the one that I discovered is I can't be with anybody who wants to dim my light at all. Like you guys spoke on that, but because what attracts them to you is sometimes also what they fear about you. And so with me, they enjoy my energy and my intellect and all those things. But then for some men, there gets to a point where they're like, oh shoot, but this is going to attract a bunch of other men too. So they'll try to dim my light. And one of the things I love about Rashid is he will tell me that. I've never even had to say that to him, that's a concern, but he will tell me that. And I remember one time, you're gonna be mad I tell the story, I don't care. I had done something that got on his last nerve, but he didn't know how to approach it without me feeling he was seeking to dim my light. So he called my mama. And a lot of girls would be upset if your boyfriend called your mama on you. But for me, I was happy, moved to tears, because I have one of those moms that she don't side with me all the time. Actually, 90% of the time I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, she'll tell me I'm wrong. And so now the two of them are besties, but my mom spoke to him and said, well, here's a way I think you can present it to her where she will receive it best. And it worked. It worked wonderfully. And so dimming my light is mine.
I like that. And kudos to Rashid for figuring a way to keep on your rotation, your 90-day rotations. Every day, 90 days, he on check, he on notice.
Yes, and Mama Redwine, oh my gosh, she loves him so much. It's ridiculous. Whew, them two.
Gonna have to watch him.
Yeah, she's a mess. I'm just like, do you ever side with me ever anymore, Mother? Ugh. She's like, that's a good man, Savannah. It's like, fine.
Fernando.
Kind of back in what Simone said, for me, was conflict resolution. I thought a lot of times spent my last relationship was dealing with arguments and not knowing how to do conflict resolution. A lot of times we would just not be able to de-escalate the situation, and we just get louder and louder and louder. And I had to learn to be cool, calm, and collected. To keep a cool head, not raise my voice, listen, try not to defend myself, be alert, and take fault in things that I did. A lot of times I try to prove myself right in an argument or try to make my point. A lot of times it didn't matter or wasn't a time for it. So learning how to allow somebody to vent, hear what they're saying, and deciding at the right time, the right moment, and how to deliver, my feelings and my opinion on the situation. And a lot of times, at that very moment, we want to just say what we mean and let them know how we feel, but it's not always the right time for it. So I had to really learn to sit down and wait till the right moment, the right time, and then say what I needed to say and to present it in the right form and fashion, the right delivery.
It's good. It's good knowledge to take into your relationships too, knowing when and when not to start that madness. Because some of us is petty and we still ain't healed from it yet. So, yeah. No, I'll say for me, I had learned, like Tyrone, to not waste my time with people, because I would just fall into situations of relationships just because I didn't want to be alone at the time or whatnot. So they just happen. We continue to do things that just happen to turn into a relationship or whatnot. And I'm being PG right now, but yeah, we would just fall into a situationship more so than a relationship. And I would just find myself doing that over and over. And so in that time alone, I just really focused on being happy by myself. So I can be 100 complete when I find somebody else and just really say, okay, I can be, what Simone says, understanding and more loving and more patient with the person. and let them allow them the time to really learn me and my ways as well, you know, as I'm learning theirs, because sometimes we don't give them that grace and saying, hey, this is me, love me for me, you know. And if I have any changes that I want to make and you promote those changes or motivate me to make those changes, I'll do them because I like you.
Yeah.
But set me for me, you know. And so eventually over time you do run into somebody that really is like, I really like this person. I like this person just like this, and I don't need them to change anything for me. But if they do, more power to it. I hope it changes for the better or whatnot. So welcome back, Courtney. You guys frozen. I think both, yep, you're both frozen. Yeah, y'all on a delayed freeze. Let me unmute you guys because I think I can't mute you. Can you guys hear us still though? Okay. All right. Yeah, back. So I just lost my other thought. Dang it. Because it was something Simone said early up in here. We're still learning to, as far as healing and still learning to love yourself. And being that love is an action word, it's a constant thing that you have to do. So what ways do you remind yourself of who that you are when those days you're not having that great day or some things that happen in your life, you know, life hits us, work, whatever it may be, somebody just gets under our skin. What are those techniques that you do to say, you know what, let me get myself back on my game. I am who I am and I'm the shit. And y'all gonna have to just rock with me. What do y'all? We know Courtney got that energy. We gonna save her for last because she a Leo, so I already know how she gonna move.
Why are you pointing? Okay, somebody else go. We gonna go last.
Yeah, you going last, Courtney, because I know the Leo energy. You already know.
Definitely, I'll say my resume. Places I've been, things that I've accomplished, the jobs that I've had, like those things are undeniable. You know, somebody can feel a certain way about you, you know, based on your looks or things that you did or things that you said, but you don't know me internally. You don't know how I feel or I truly feel about things. And I know things that I've accomplished. I know that the goals that I've set and those that I've accomplished so far and those that I want to accomplish in the future. So somebody may try to knock you down or put you down or talk bad about you, but they're never gonna stop me. Like I've done too much to stop now, and I have so much more I want to accomplish. So, you know, I say ignore the haters, ignore the trolls, and keep pushing.
I like that. Have your resume, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You can't take away my accolades, boo. Do you?
Degrees, okay, the degrees mean something. All right? You can't take that away from me at all. So I got that.
Yes, yes. Be proud of your accomplishments. I am not mad. Miss Simone?
You know, my sister, so I had some really dark days when I was having trouble getting out of bed and stuff a few years ago, maybe like 4 years ago or so. And my baby sister, super sweet, she's 7 years younger. She made this list of 100 things that are awesome about me. And she sent it out to my friends and said for them to give her some things that they love. And so she made them and she cut them up and she put them into a mug that says like, girl, you dope or something like that. And I'll just pull one out and read it. And it'll have what my friend loves about me and then which friend it is. And so sometimes I'll just go dig in there and be like, oh, and they'll remind me of like nice things that I did for them over the years. I don't even remember. There was this one guy, apparently, I let him stay in my apartment when I lived in New York City. And he didn't have no money. He was trying to become a photographer. And I let him stay there for a week when I was like, I don't know, gallivanting in some third world country. And totally forgot I had done it, but he passed away and his brother wrote on one of those things and said, thank you so much. You spearheaded my brother's career. And he died a happy, successful photographer. Who the frick knew?
I like that, Simone. I like that. You know, your good deeds and your friends' jar of notes. I like that. I need to give me some better friends. I'm gonna start handing out papers to my family member. Write 100 things y'all love about me. They're gonna be like, 2. We still trying to figure it out.
Be careful with that one. Someone has so bad to say. You gotta be careful with that one for real.
Like, y'all gonna come back 3 months later. You got that list yet? They said they only on 3. They only on 3. Corey.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm feeling the panel because you guys are saying a lot of what I've been thinking. For me, like Fernando said, you know, it's a resume. You know, it's all my accomplishments, is what I've done, especially when it comes to relationships. Man, to be honest with you, I've received cards, letters about the impact I've had on young ladies' lives. And these are women with different types of personalities. So it's not one shoe fits all. But it's just the fact that I was able to be positive for somebody else. I know I'm a good guy. Know I'm a good catch based on the words that I put in there. Even the cards are nice, but it's the words that they write in there. They pencil in right after that, which really hits home for me. So I had a shoebox full of letters that I would go and look at, and stuff like that. That would reaffirm like, yo, Corey, come on, man, you're a good guy. So don't let anyone try to tell you that you're anything different than what you know you are. What this already shows you. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I use.
Nice, Corey. That shoebox of letters. I like it. Tyrone, got you off of mute now. I got you.
Yeah, so I realized when I was pointing, it does work because I was pointing at Courtney and myself. There's a couple of things that I do. There is a time where you have to realize who you are, right? And for me, it happened on stage a couple of years ago. I was giving a keynote talk at a hacker conference. And the way that I set it up, the very first slide says, "Who is Tyrone E. Wilson?" And then there was only like 4 bullets there on who I was and what I do. And then towards the end, after I spent 30 minutes breaking myself down in the talk, the same slide comes up again. And then that's when I have that moment where it says, "Who is Tyrone Wilson?" And then it finally hit me that, pre-show, like 25 years in cybersecurity, like I have done a lot of great things in the industry professionally. So just that alone, right? I was, proud of my accomplishments. I was realizing all the things that I have done, on a professional level. And then that's that moment where I realized who I was. So you'll see that sometimes when I'm on a live or anything, I'll point at myself. And it's just to say, like, I am Tyrone E. Wilson, right? I say that a lot. And I point to myself whenever anything tries to bring me down. So me pointing is essentially me saying it without saying it. And it's not because, I think I'm the shit. It's because I know where I am. I know what it took for me to get here. And I'm not going to let anything, bring me back. So if anything starts to move that way, I will recognize it immediately and be like, no, like, I'm motherfucking Tyrone E. Wilson, right? So another thing that I do is, like, on my laptop, I have a kudos folder. So whenever any of my students or someone in the industry, or even if there's a screenshot of or a flyer of me speaking on a panel or me speaking at a conference, I will screenshot that and put those in my kudos folder. So if I'm ever feeling down, which has been rare lately, I would go and look at that folder and be like, man, like, I've been helping people for years. I've been doing good things for years, right? So that's how it is. Like, I am Tyrone E. Wilson. So, but then the point still works because Courtney right here, and I can tell you some things that she said. Night 1 in the mansion. Night 1.
That's what we're doing now? Please let me know if we're taking the gloves off. That's what we're doing right now? Wow.
Monique King said, Tyrone, Monique. Huh? Monique King said, say it in a Rick James voice next time you say it. I'm Tyrone E. Wilson, bitch.
We in the mansion. You want me to tell them?
Yeah, you could. Go for it.
We're in the mansion.
This is day 1 of filming?
Day 1 filming in the mansion. Courtney being Courtney. I haven't met Courtney at this point, but I'm aware of Courtney. And she had a few drinks, and Courtney's like, I am the baddest bitch in here. I was like, Courtney,
Leo energy.
Use your inside voice, yo. We can hear you. She's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm the baddest. I said, you know what, Courtney? You got that. Go get him. I'll be here.
Yo, he loves telling this story. First of all, I want to give a disclaimer. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that at all, actually. But it sounds like something I would say, so that's why I can't argue with him because I get to those points. Wait, let's stay on topic. Don't be. You know what? That's what we're doing.
Kudos.
What was the topic? What do we do to remind ourselves?
Yes.
I usually just get dressed up and go out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Wear a dress.
Because last night.
Wear the dress.
So last night we had. Should I tell this part?
Oh, if I tell the part like
The summary.
Do you know your? You was like, yeah.
Sounds about right. So last night, season 5 had a premiere something or whatever. Fernando knows about that. They had some premiere something at some spot in DC. So like I had called Tyrone. I said, we pulling up or not? What's going on? What we doing tonight? And I'm thinking in my head, like, Tyrone should really, really, really be like telling me, like, here's the thing. Tyrone should be the person in my mind, like he's older than me. He's, got some age on me. Tell me, Court, that's not right. Court, don't do this. Court, we shouldn't go. Court. Every time I call Tyrone, I'm like, Tyrone, they got this premiere party. We should pull up. We should do this, that, and the third. Here's Tyrone like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm like, Ty, no, but let me go get my dress. Child, I took extra time to do my edges, my makeup. I was popping. I walked up. We walked inside with Tyrone and Phil. Tyrone said, oh, that's what we doing? That's what we doing? I was like, you know it. So like my way, I'm like cracking jokes, but like super serious. I love to get dressed up and go out. That makes me feel good. Whether it's like a girls' night, whether it's like going out with my Ready to Love family, whether it's going out with my DC crew, my college crew, just hitting up friends and just going out, because that really takes my mind off of everything, just energy, vibes, good people, good times. That's the main thing I want to do. Is have fun, really. So yeah. He's always laughing at me. Stop it. Knock it off.
Listen, Court, I feel you. I don't know if it's the Leo thing or if it's the baller in us or a combination of us both, but I'm the same. I like to dress up, you get some twerk music on, and let y'all remind y'all what I'm working with.
Listen, I called Tyrone when I was on the way to DC. I said, Ty, you didn't leave your house yet? I'm looking good. We outside tonight. I don't do lines. Like, child, girl, somebody need to take my phone away.
Speaking of twerking,
you gotta go.
What'd you say, Simone?
I said, speaking of twerking, I wish you were here, Courtney. I am dressed as such because I actually have to leave now. I'm going to a dick riding class. It's a dick riding fitness course, so I'm gonna go work out. So I'll have to let you know how that goes, y'all. If you don't follow me at Attorney Simone Redwine. I'm going to do a little vlog. And Rashid said I cannot include it on Ages and Stages because it was appropriate. And we don't want to lose our ability to monetize on YouTube. But it's a fitness class, and I'm very excited because I don't like working out. But perhaps this will be my gift. Who knows?
Okay, so in 3 weeks when I come to Houston... I might have extra time to join you. I love working out, all types of cardio.
I have knee pads, and I have to bring a pillow. And then I got my sweatband in case I sweat my wig off. I have it secured.
I love it, Simone. I'm going to have to text you.
Okay.
So
you guys,
that's a different course. That's the advanced course. The neck roll. That's the advanced course.
I'm serious.
I have to do it. Oh my God, that hurt. I cracked my freaking neck.
See, you have to sign up for the advanced course. You got to be loose already,
Oh God, I gotta go, guys. Just
all right.
Simone.
Let us know how it goes. We'll be watching.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh my goodness.
See you in a few weeks.
See you in a few weeks. We're coming to Houston. Houston, we got a blast.
You're going to Houston too.
I'm excited. We're going. We're doing a girls trip. Me, Carrie, Sydney, and Aisha. We're going to Houston last weekend of March, so it should be a great time.
Yes, y'all have fun.
Oh, and Tyrone.
Tyrone hiding in the packages.
Kind of invited himself.
Linking up. I'm gonna link up with the fellas out there, and we're gonna make some things happen.
Well, there you go, Fernando. I see you was about to invite yourself, but you can go ahead now, Tyrone. There.
I pull up anywhere.
Go through, yeah.
Fernando likes being in them streets, them international streets. Houston is not on his list of places to go. My man be in Colombia, Brazil, Costa Rica.
That ain't nothing. But I love Houston though. The people, the food, the diversity. Houston is nice. I really like Houston. It's a good spot.
I've never been, so I'm super excited to go. Super excited.
What, Turkey Hut, Turkey Thigh, whatever. It's a good food place out there too. Pretty popular.
Well, I got a couple of friends from Houston. One of them's in the chat now. Shout out to Carlos. He's from Houston. Okay, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. So I got like one last question, real question. We'll go around and then we'll let it segment way to itself from there. So my question is, do you guys have any regrets? This is kind of like how Tyrone ends his show or whatnot. And so when I do the self-love talk, this is like usually a question I ask at the end of it. Do you currently have any regrets? We'll start with Corey first and we'll work our way back around.
Yeah, I can't say that I have any right now because I'm in a good place. And I think everything that I've gone through has gotten me here. So I'm happy where I am. Unless it's including like lottery numbers or something like that, I think I'm good, to be honest with you. Yeah.
You missed them numbers, huh? Courtney, any regrets, mama?
Are we doing regrets on just life in general or just like relationships?
Life, as your life in general, since we're doing self-love in your life in general. So that will include relationships.
Truthfully, I have the most amazing 3-year-old son. That is my heart. That is my soul. That is literally my lifeline, right? Mm-hmm. If I had to do it all over again, I would have waited to have a child. I would have waited to get married first. And I'm not saying it like it's a regret. I know that was like the question was like, oh, if I'm thinking in my head, if I could go back in time and just switch things up a little bit, I wish I would have just waited. I wish I would have, just went through I don't want to say the right way because there's no right or wrong way to live your life. Everyone lives their life the way they want to. But if I could go back in time, I wish I could have just literally just, loved myself more, loved myself harder, loved my partner more, loved my partner harder. Went to counseling. Everybody, it's such a stigma in the Black community that, Black people don't go to counseling. I mean, there's premarital counseling. If you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, you can go to counseling. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have went to counseling with my son's father. I wish we could have worked it out. I'm not saying it in a sense of like, I'm going to work it out. I'm just saying that all the stigmas that people don't talk about, I wish I would have just pressed forward and just really went about things the right way. So now I'm in a sense of my next relationship. I'm doing things the way it's supposed to be done. So loving me harder, loving the next person harder, building my starting lineup. You know how to throw that in there. Building my starting lineup. It's the summertime, so just having a good time and loving myself more. So that's my only regret. I just wish I would have waited. I wish I would have enjoyed Courtney a little bit more. Whoever Courtney is, whatever Courtney does, however she moves, I wish I would have been able to just enjoy and love Courtney a little bit more.
And Carlos will probably agree. I use that terminology probably back in the 32, my starting lineup. I was a coach and a team owner.
Baby, I got red shirts. Okay.
You got to be the owner. You can't just be coaching them sometimes. You got to own them.
Oh, you're not available? It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Number 2. What's up? What you doing Friday night? God took his time when he made me, baby. You
got to bring him off the bench sometimes. You got to bring him off the bench. Like, okay, you're not playing right today. Let me sit you down.
Oh, you got hurt? Oh, you got hurt. You tore ACL, babe.
Oh,
it's okay.
It's okay.
Ice pack. Okay, so what you doing tonight? Because jobs got to get done. Okay.
Tyrone.
Yeah, I think if there was one little minor one, I would say having enough faith to give marriage a try. We all have that one that got away, right? And I know I still remember Valentine's Day, 2009. Other than that, you ever look back on your life and say like, I've had a really good run. You know what I mean? I'm 45. I've traveled the world.
You look great.
I've been in relationships. I've been able to do a lot of good things. So in the end, it made me who I am today, right? It made me, realize my capabilities, what I like, what I don't like, and truly understand like what love is, like, and truly understand who I am, how to love myself, why I love myself. And I probably wouldn't be here if all those things didn't happen. So I had a good run, and we're still going, So maybe just that one little thing, just to give marriage a try.
You still got time.
Plenty of it, baby.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Fernando?
I'll start by saying this is a quick one, but this past Thursday, I had an interview, and I bombed it. Like, that shit was trash, in my opinion. Like, I thought it was horrible. And I let anxiety take over me. And I wasn't able to get past my anxiety. And a lot of times, there's times in life where we get nervous. And even like at the mixer, I was nervous at the mixer. I had anxiety at the mixer. And I let it kind of mess up the conversations that I had while I was there. And I wish I had more confidence in myself or whatever I needed to get past the anxiety to have deeper and better conversations with the folks that I met while I was there. So there were some, better conversations, but there were some awkward ones as well. And by that happening, I think it resulted in me being eliminated. And watching the show now and, knowing everybody outside of the show, but then watching the show as it goes on, it's like, damn, there's some real dope ass people that was on there. And I didn't get a chance to really get to know them like I would have liked to being on the show. I would like to have had the real experience to kind of, date, really get to know everybody outside of just the typical basic conversations. So sometimes I kick myself about with anxiety, and I've been in counseling and other things trying to better it. And it would take time, and I would get better. Practice makes perfect. But I really kind of just feel bad about the interview I had on Thursday. I really would like to have expressed myself a lot better and really shown more of who I am and what I'm really about.
Nice. So one last question to everybody. And I want you guys to really think about this before you answer. Are you in love with you today?
I mean, hell yeah. Tell them the CC response. Have you seen me? Like, I had to use it one time. Just one time.
I'm gonna send you somebody. I'm gonna send you Courtney. I'm gonna send you this guy that does this thing, and then you gonna crack up every time you see it because that's you right there.
DM me, girl. DM me. Yes,
Yeah,
that's why we pause, because me and Ty were waiting to be like, yeah, absolutely, we love ourselves. Like, absolutely, we are. I don't want to speak for him. I'm just speaking for myself. Like, yes, I absolutely love myself. Yes, I do. I love myself. I'm a free spirit. I go out, I have a good time. I'm fun to be around. Bad influence. I just. What's my response? What do I say?
You know what?
Do you know what lines? This is DC. I don't wear the lines. Ty, do you know who I am? We're cracking jokes, but like we're kind of
lines.
Yeah, it's just me. I'm a good time. Fernando, come out with us one time, baby. Come out.
Yo, I'm sorry about last night. Okay, I apologize. I was tired. I had jet lag and everything else, so I missed out last night.
Child, should have been there. Season 4 and season 5 together.
I know, and I love season 4 too. I fucked with y'all a long way.
Season 4 and season 5 together. Child.
This is me tasting the tension in the air.
The tension? What tension? What you talking about? What tension?
Tyrone,
what are you talking about?
Huh?
That's between us.
What are you talking about?
What tension, Tyrone? What tension are you talking about?
How much you love yourself, Tyrone? How much do you love yourself?
Oh, you're talking about I love the shit out of me. Like, I'm versatile. I think I have a really great foundation of skills that any woman would look for in a man. I have no regrets about me. I think
Tyrone E. Wilson. This is why we get along. I'm Tyrone E. Wilson.
I mean, yeah, just being honest. Shit.
Fernando, how about yourself?
In Baltimore, it's a song by DJ Clash that say, "I'm the ish up in this bitch," and that's how I feel. Like, anywhere I go, I'm that guy. And by my resume, things that I've done, I mean, I can build. I can work on cars. I can cook. I can chef. I can talk well. I can win Jeopardy. I can dance. I can freestyle. All that kind of stuff. I bring a whole lot to the table. I'm multifaceted. So I know that when somebody sees me, they see a whole lot, not just a regular basic person. So yeah, I'm confident, I'm happy, I'm secure in who I am. I really don't have regrets in life. You know, I regret certain things. I wish I did better, but overall, I don't have regrets. Everything I've done, everything I've been through is a part of the formula who made me who I am today. So no, I'm happy. I love life. Like, I'm Gucci. Like I've been everywhere, I've seen everything, did everything twice. I love life. Like I don't want to leave this life no time soon. So yeah, I'm good.
And I asked that question to go back to the do you have any regrets statement? Because if you are in love with you today, you should never have any regrets because everything that you went through was what made you who you are today. So as long as you can say, I love me today, I'll take whatever I went through. It was supposed to bring me to this place, and I'm happy with me. It's a process, it's life. We learn, we go through things, and that's what it is. And I appreciate you guys all for being here, sharing parts of y'all journey. I know we didn't get all the way into it, but I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know y'all got busy DC schedules to attend to you and things and stuff. But I really appreciate you all and for sharing your journeys on loving yourself with the audience so they can help better themselves as well. Is there anything you guys want us share with the people, any upcoming work where they can find you?
I want to know the party at tonight. That's what I want to know. But go ahead.
Where the party at tonight? Party in them streets. You might
I
find her.
know. I want to know what the deal is. Y'all still
So
recording from last night?
I'm in the house tonight. I went out the past 2 nights. I go out twice a week. Yeah, I'm in the house tonight. You should have came out last night. Like I said, me and Ty have been out the last 2 nights, and you got to come out with us one time. We're a good time. Like we literally bounced through DC. I'm well connected in the city, so you just got to hit us up. Just hit us up when we follow each other on IG. Just hit us up. Come out with us one time.
I'm always traveling. When I'm in town, I'm gonna holler at y'all though. Most definitely.
What'd you say?
I'm always out of town. I'm always traveling.
Oh, what do you say? I seen you. I seen you. We seen you. You be outside.
A little bit. Yeah.
But when you're in town, hit us up for sure. We'll link up at some point in time. We go out every other week. Every week. We're single, so it's just like, just we're single. We just finished a dating show. We're just meeting people. We are outside just having fun, enjoying ourselves. So yeah, that's us. Just link up with us for a minute. Come on.
Most definitely. Let's do that.
Corey, did I miss you on that last question? I thought I went to you first.
You did, but I mean, this ain't.
I'm sorry.
Good. I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's pushing everybody else, of course. Yeah, I love myself.
We know you do.
Yeah, absolutely. From how I was raised to my accomplishments, all in all, I think it made me a pretty terrific guy. Not to say that there's not some things that I need to work on or I'm better at, but where I am now, in the way I'm able to adapt and able to learn my mistakes and everything about life, I'm very proud of where I am right now. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. My bad, Corey. My bad. All right. For real this time. Any places that you want the people to find you, anything you got, projects you got coming up, you want them to see. I know Tyrone, you guys just did a live this morning with Sabrina, and I don't know who the other young lady was on domestic violence.
It was a friend of mine, Sabrina from the show, and another friend of mine, Cameo. We talked the mental health journey. So I do I guess you could call it a podcast every Saturday to talk mental health journeys. I started with myself, but today's mental health journey was about domestic violence. So I got Sabrina and my friend Cameo on to talk about it. In the upcoming weeks, though, we're going to start to have panels, and we're actually going to have some of the fellas from the show talk about, the mental health journey and what that's like, dealing with the show, dealing with success, dealing with, the extra attention on you. So we just talked about that last night. But other than that, I'm Ty Wilson 21 everywhere: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Uncle Ty tonight, so I won't be going out. So I'm on that Uncle Ty time.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm on mommy mode.
So
actually, his niece and my son are playing right now.
She done got her a babysitter for the night. I ain't mad at you, Corey. Go ahead.
We're literally. I hit Ty up earlier. I was like, I'm chilling at my mom's house. Pull up. He had his niece. My son's here. They're around the same age, so they're playing. We're he convinced me to come on here. I was like, I don't know. He was like, no, let's do it. So that's why we're here together. So
Yeah, you can see.
cheers.
What is in there? What, you got apple juice this time, Tyrone? Or
Child, we got rosé. Rosé.
oh,
baby.
she got you drinking classy tonight. No more whiskey, huh?
He got to stick his little pinky in the air. That's what we got to do. You need to stay away from whiskey. That's what you need to do. Whole new person now. Ricky Ty.
Yeah, I gave them one rule. Do not let Courtney give me no drinks. I put it in the group chat. They all failed.
Be your own
Sounds
friend.
about right.
Shawn says, shout out to Shawn to be your own friends.
It sounds about right. I'm a bad influence. Don't come out with me. I'm a very bad influence. I've said that several times.
Streets, anything goes.
Period. And when you pull up, babe, we got you. So pull up to DC.
That's gonna be crazy.
Oh, it's gonna be stupid. We're going up for you. So pull up on us.
Oh, don't tell me with a good time. Shoot. And I got friends out there already. Don't have me
Come on,
looking for
girl,
tickets
just let
now.
us DM one of us. We got
I'm gonna
you.
make Shawn meet me.
We need to figure out what Jay's times are.
No, literally.
Huh? My who?
So we got to figure out what Jay's times are.
Nah, you don't want me and Courtney together, two Leos in the same room. Come on now. That's bad.
We
That's bad.
literally we might just be everywhere. DJ booth, the bar, this, that.
That's what
but
I'm
listen,
just trying
baby,
to tell
we
you.
outside. I'm like, this my girl. We having a good time. Like,
Y'all don't want me in these streets. Y'all don't want me in the streets. I'm trying to tell you. I've been retired for a little bit, but I
would
will
love
come
for you to
back.
come to DC. That would be a good time.
I will
They look like
come
she's
back.
afraid to relapse.
Nah, she looks like she would turn up with me. She looks like she'd be a good time. Because literally okay, so when we go out, it starts out slow, and then the last half of the night is Tyrone shaking his head at me like,
Why?
in full disappointment, like, really, Court? Outside.
I don't even need to drink. All I need is some good music, and I'm trying to tell you, some good music
Like
in the dress.
on me.
Good music in the dress. That's it.
I go outside, everything's on me. I got you. What you want? Everything. Let's go.
But see, Tyrone, I already know Tyrone gonna have me on whiskey because I love me some whiskey myself. So I'll be out there on some whiskey sours and some Moscow mules and be acting a fool on somebody.
There we go.
Look, see, look, my friends
no
over
regrets.
here. It be your own friends. It be your own friends. Look.
Yeah, no regrets.
None.
You can recover tomorrow.
None. If I don't continue the whole weekend, I might not. Y'all be like, she's up again already? Like, why she up?
That's what we do, though. We recover from a hangover. We're the next morning. Ty usually texts me something crazy. We recover, and then once we recover, we're back outside, just like clockwork.
That's
Did
what
I say that? Did I say that? Did I do that? I don't remember that. There's a lot of that going on.
A whole lot.
It's been a lot. Y'all in these streets right now. Y'all are single and are allowed to do what you do. Okay. Nobody's gonna be sitting here while you ain't come home at a proper hour, because whatever time you got home was the proper hour. That's all we could say to it. All right. Y'all grown. Y'all grown.
Period.
Hello. Fernando.
I just asked y'all to check me out on IG at Try Being Savage. I'm starting to post more. I've been all over the world, Europe, Asia, all throughout South America, the Caribbean, and I just haven't posted anything yet. And I've just been waiting for the right time, the right moment. So go to my page, see if I post more about places I've been and showing the real side of different countries and different areas. I think as a people,
You be outside.
Man, listen, every country, every city. My passport got hella stamps on it. So if you want to see other places you've never been before, you want to have some laughs and all that kind of stuff, check out my page at Try Being Savage. I'll let you boy.
Ty Being Savage. You got a cold last name too. I love it.
That ain't my last name.
I thought it was Fernando Savage for real.
No, I earned the name Savage. Yeah, I was on my Savage.
I was about to say, you got a cold last name. I would love to be it. Like, shoot, I'm Savage. No, just don't say it. Let me stop.
Way before the song and the music, I've been Savage. Way before it was cliche, I've been Savage.
Corey, go ahead, tell the people where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me at anything and everything Black Made Media. That's TikTok, that's Instagram, YouTube, and all platforms, Black Made Media. I'm out here. I appreciate you guys. Great panel.
Thank you. And again, we're going to start doing this more often, preparing for love. And then when Put a Ring On It comes around, we'll get into some real couples discussion with preparing for marriage. I ain't never been married, so it'd be a lesson learned for me, because I have no clue of what to do. But we'll start getting into those. The next one will be the following Monday, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, because I got some weekend engagements coming up for the next 2 weekends. So we'll have this on Mondays instead. So if you guys are available, I will send you guys the links again, but we'll have like a rotation of different people from different seasons coming on based off their schedule, and we have different topics. So if you guys have any topic ideas that you would love us to discuss, go ahead and put it down in the chat or email me at anotherround010@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow all of these people up here. You know, Courtney, you didn't give them your information, darling. You want them
Get
to
them,
follow?
Cece.
Get them, Cece. Y'all know where to find her. Get them. Get them, girl.
Get them, Cece. Yeah, that's me on IG.
She definitely
so
go do. She go
pull
get
up on
them.
You already know. Thank you for having us, though. This was a dope panel. This was fun.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for bringing the fun and the laughter, because that's what we like to do over here. We don't like to be all the way serious, even though we having serious talks, you know, but life doesn't have to be so So, so thank you guys for having fun with us again. Until next time, you know, keep your glasses full and your thoughts even fuller. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye, boo.